Hey there, welcome to yet another episode of The Shift with Mercy Valarie. Thank you so much for being part and parcel of this community. In case you are new here, I'd like to say thank you. You're welcome to this community where we get to grow each other, harness each other's skills, and ensuring that we all reach our maximum potential. I'd like to encourage you as well to please hit the subscription button if you've not subscribed so that whenever I roll out videos and interviews, you will be the first person to be notified so that you can watch, learn, grow, and and just to become a better individual. Once again, if you're new in this community as well, I'd like to ask you, who do you want me to interview and what kind of topics do you want us to talk about? Kindly, there's my number is on the show notes and also my email address. You can always reach me on the email address or call me up and let me know who do you want me to interview. We'll definitely look for them and go to interview them. And also, what kind of topics do you want us to discuss here? All right. So I'm super excited to delve into today's topic and super excited that you're part and parcel of this community. And I hope that you are growing the same way I am growing. Every single time I share a video, I'm actually learning as well. So we're learning together in this community. Now, are you your worst enemy? I want to talk to you today about some of the limiting beliefs that we have that curtail us from becoming all that we want to become. You know, I've had people say that as a man thinketh, so is he. And it's so real that your mind cannot take you where you cannot go where your mind has not taken you. The first thing that takes you wherever you want to go is actually your mind. So you cannot go where your mind has not taken you. Okay. So what are limiting beliefs? A limiting belief is a state of mind or a belief about yourself that restricts you in some sort of way. Our beliefs come from our thoughts. Our thoughts create our belief system. Our belief system creates our convictions. Our convictions create our attitudes. Our attitudes shape and form the perspective through which we view things. And every single time you're placed in a different kind of environment, it's your attitude that has sprung all the way from your thoughts. Your thoughts create your belief system. Your belief system creates your convictions. Your convictions create your attitudes. Your attitudes create your perspective of things and of situations. So it's very important that you guard your mind and what is the thought patterns and the thought process that you have. That is very, very key because those are things that either limit you or encourage and harness you to where you are meant to be. All right. Now, I like this definition of a limiting belief. A limiting belief is a judgment about yourself that you think to be true that restricts you in some way. A thought about yourself that you think to be true, like a judgment about yourself that you think to be true that restricts you in some way. So, a limiting belief, they restrict you. Just this week, I was having a conversation with one of the younglings that I work with, and he's just recently joined campus, and he was telling me the way he finds it so hard to make friends. He is new in this campus, very new. He's never been to campus before, just finished high school, joining campus. And I see he wants to connect with other people and he wants to create friendships as early as possible. But I could tell he was having a hard time. And he just came and opened up to me like, Mercy, this connecting with people, making friendships, it's so hard. It is so hard. And I was trying to empathize with him because I'm an extrovert, but he's such an introverted person. And I could tell the way he's actually struggling to make friendships. And I told him, you're still very new in the school. Right now, give yourself some time to acclimatize with people around you, to acclimatize with the environment around you, to acclimatize with the lecturers, with every single person around you. And then after that, you'll find it a little bit more comfortable to approach a person or two to become your friend. And right now, if you rush to make friendships, what you're seeing is just people's face value. People can hide behind that beautiful face or behind that handsome face, and you don't know exactly who they are. So give it some time. Don't feel any kind of pressure to connect with people. And I wanted him to know that I don't want that to become a limiting belief in him, that he can never connect with other people because he's introverted. He just needs to take some time, acclimatize with people, acclimatize with the environment, acclimatize with the school, and voila. Within a few weeks, within a few months, he'll be a bit comfortable to now begin to connect with people. Other people are different, they connect very fast. But that's a beauty about individuals, that we have our own individualities and personalities, and we shouldn't rush into things or force things to happen, but give them some time. All right. Now, another limiting, so I'll take you through some of the limiting beliefs and some of the negative state of mind that we have. Okay. Limiting beliefs can also they can keep you in a negative state of mind, hindering you from encountering new opportunities and new life experiences, while wreaking havoc also on your mental health. For instance, at the workplace, limiting beliefs can be very, very jeopardizing, because when you have team members who have limiting beliefs, then it stifles your creativity. There's no creativity, there's no innovativeness, there's no ingenuity, all right? It even it makes teams not to synergize and work together because of these limiting beliefs that individuals have in a team. So limiting beliefs are very, very detrimental, and it's important. The key is, it's important to identify and know what are the limiting beliefs that you have, because immediately you identify that is a limiting belief, it's a wrong judgment about myself, it's a skilled judgment about myself, then you begin to work on yourself, and you kind of like have a mental reconditioning, because everything starts here in the mind. The battle is always in your mind. If you can conquer that mindset, if you can conquer the mental wiring, the way you're thinking, the thoughts that are coming in your mind, there's a way you can actually block certain thoughts from coming from your mind. You put guardrails in your mind and say, no, that's a limiting thought, and I'm not going to ponder on it, and I'm not going to I'm not going to focus on it, because it's going to limit my creativity, it's going to limit my experiences, it's going to limit where I'm meant to be. It's important and critical that you identify these limiting beliefs. Okay, now allow me to give you some 10 examples of limiting beliefs. So in this podcast, we'll just talk about the limiting beliefs, but in the next video, I'll talk about how to overcome them step by step, how to overcome limiting beliefs. Okay, and like I said, if you're leading a team, help your team members to address limiting beliefs to unlock their creativity and an engagement. Holding on negative beliefs can prevent individuals from reaching outside the box to bring innovative ideas to the table. There's nothing that stifles team success like recycling old ideas. If you're in a team setup, even in a family setup, and all you keep on doing is recycling ideas, then you will never progress. You will never progress, and there's nothing as discouraging as no progress. So ensure that when you're in a team setup, or whichever sphere you find yourself, always ensure that the members of that team, where you are, you're able to identify that limiting belief. If you're a student, what is the limiting belief? If you're a parent, what is that limiting belief? If you are a father or a mother, what is that limiting belief? If you have a special child, what is that limiting belief that you have about this child that you're taking care of? If you are a pastor, if you're a teacher, a lecturer, what is that limiting belief? So some of the common limiting beliefs: number one, I'm not good enough. Number two, I'll never be successful. Number three, I don't have enough experience. Number four, I'm not smart enough. Number five, I'll never be a great leader. So the thing I want you to take out of this podcast today is begin to identify those limiting beliefs. Once you identify them, we'll talk in the next podcast how to overcome these limiting beliefs, because you need to be all that you're created to be to affect your generation and to affect the world around you. And you can't do that when you have limiting beliefs. So see you in the next podcast. Remember to share this with everyone.